Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. In our earlier program, we have discussed about the concept of measurement, the concept of assessment and the concept of evaluation. And we have also differentiated among these three concepts: measurement, assessment and evaluation. And we have discussed with the examples that these three concepts that we use in educational evaluation, in assessment, interchangeably, simultaneously, but you see synonymously. But you see the concept of measurement, assessment and evaluation is not the same. There is conceptual difference between these three concepts, already we have discussed. And today we will discuss, linking to this evaluation, we will discuss that what are the different approaches of evaluation. So friends, you see, when we talk about the approach of evaluation, means we focused upon when we conduct the assessment. Okay, the assessment practices, the assessment techniques that we use in the instructional process, in the teaching learning process. So at the what stage, at the what phase we use this assessment technique. Just like you can say assessment is conducted in different phases of the teaching learning process. We carry out assessment before the beginning of teaching learning process. Many a time you might be, as a teacher, you might be using assessment before starting the instructional process. Okay, that we'll discuss. Then you might be doing certain or carrying out certain assessment techniques that is during the teaching learning process, that is during the instructional process. And equally, you might be practicing certain assessment techniques after completion or at the end of the instructional process, after completion of the entire teaching learning process. So here I am saying three things: that use of assessment techniques before instructional process, use of assessment techniques during instructional process, and use of assessment technique after instructional process or at the end of the instructional process, after completion of the total teaching learning process. So friends, we can say on the basis of approach of evaluation, we can say there are four types of assessment or evaluation, that is placement evaluation, formative evaluation, diagnostic evaluation and summative evaluation. I repeat it, try to remember. As per the approaches to evaluation, evaluation is of four types here, that is placement evaluation, formative evaluation, diagnostic evaluation and summative evaluation. So today we will try to understand what is the concept of a placement evaluation, then formative evaluation and diagnostic evaluation and summative evaluation. And in our next program, we will discuss or we will differentiate between the two popular assessment techniques that we use, that is the or assessment types that we use, that is formative assessment or formative evaluation and summative evaluation. But in this program we will only discuss the concept of these three types of evaluation. Okay, placement, formative, diagnostic and summative. So let us try to understand the first type of evaluation, that is placement evaluation. You see friends, many a time you are using the term placement. Okay, you are saying that let your friend, let a known person, let your friend studying with you, living nearby with you, you are saying that he or she got a very good placement, very good placement. So here placement may be in a job field, or placement may be in any institution. Let for pursuing education, for pursuing, you can say graduation, post graduation, higher studies, or for pursuing studies in different professional programs, you are saying that a person or a friend or a known person to you got a placement, okay, in any educational institute, in any program, in any course. So what is the meaning of this placement, and what is the process of taking entry, or what is the process of taking admission in a program? Okay, so when we talk about the placement evaluation, we say that this is the process, means that process has been adopted for giving placement to the students, giving placement to the persons. That is, you can say it is a before instructional process. And we should understand that why we do this placement evaluation. Friends, we do placement evaluation to know the entry behavior of the learners, to know the entry behavior of the students. Okay, you just remember when you take admission in different programs. Okay, if it is a direct admission, means let there is mark selection. Let for taking admission in higher secondary, so as per the percentage of marks that you have secured in your 10th exam, in 10th board exam, on the basis of the 10th mark you are getting an entry in the higher secondary or the senior secondary. Okay, then again on the basis of the higher secondary score or the senior secondary score, you are getting a placement in the graduation level programs. But here we are not doing any type of, you can say, placement evaluation. But many a time, for taking admission in different graduation courses or taking admission in different professional courses, you might have attended certain entrance examination. Okay, certain entry level examination. Okay, just like if you'll give the example of, let B.Ed entrance examination for taking admission in Bachelor of Education program, is a teacher education program. So how you are taking admission? You see many universities, many institutions, as per the NCT, what they are doing, they are conducting a type of entrance examination. Okay, so as a aspirant, as a prospective learner, prospective trainee, you are attending that entrance examination, and basing upon your performance in that entrance examination, you are taking an entry, you are getting selected for admission in that program. Maybe a B.Ed program, maybe a type of medical program. NEET conducts examination for the NTA conduct examination, but that is the NEET examination. Okay, by conducting the NEET examination, the prospective candidates that they are getting an entry to take admission in different medical courses as well as in engineering courses. So it may be a medical test, it may be an engineering test, it may be a teacher preparation test, or teacher education program test, it may be taking entry of any type of nursing or any type of management program entrance test. So what you are doing, first you are appearing certain test. So what is the purpose of conducting that test? The purpose of conducting that test is to measure, is to know your entry behavior, is to know your aptitude in that field, whether you have aptitude in teaching or not, whether you have aptitude in the medical field or not, whether you have aptitude in the engineering field or not, whether you have aptitude in the management field or not. Okay, so that's why, to know the candidates, to know the aspirants' aptitude in a particular field, the institutions, they give admission to the candidates to such program, maybe teacher education program or maybe other program. So here the process, the test that they are taking, so they are taking before taking entry to that program, to know your entry behavior, to know your knowledge base, whether you are able to, pursue that program or not. Okay, so whether you have certain aptitude in that field or not. Okay, so that's why here, friends, when we talk about the placement evaluation, so placement evaluation is conducted before the instructional process to know the entry behavior of the learner. So here the key word, the key concept that we use in placement evaluation is the entry behavior. Okay, or in a raw language you can say, in a common person's language you can say, that is to know the previous knowledge. So for giving any new knowledge to the learners, so what you are doing, first you test the previous knowledge, and you see the previous knowledge is linked with the new knowledge. So here what you are doing, you see, for taking admission in B.Ed, so if the learner or if the candidate is not having the entry behavior, then it will difficult for him or her to acquire the new knowledge, to acquire the skill, or to acquire the teaching skills, or to acquire the medical skill, or to acquire the engineering skill, management skill. So that's why by conducting a type of entrance examination, what you are doing, you are measuring the entry, you are measuring the previous knowledge, you are measuring the aptitude of that field of the candidates. So the keyword, as I have said, that is the entry behavior. So you have to measure, you have to know the entry behavior of the candidates, and on the basis of the entry behavior you will give an entry to that candidate, or a placement to that candidate for pursuing that program or for pursuing that course. So friends, next we will discuss the second type of evaluation as per on the basis of approaches of evaluation, that is the formative evaluation. You see, the work of formative evaluation, it starts from the very day of the beginning of the teaching learning process, the instructional process, and it continues, you can say, till the end of the teaching learning process. Means let B.Ed is a 2 years program. B.Ed is a 2 years program. So when we talk about the formative assessment, means the assessment or the activities of different types of assessments that will conduct with the instructional process. Okay, means it will start from the very day of the instructional process, and every day it will continue. Means when there will be teaching, there will be certain assessment in different form, maybe observation, maybe interview, maybe a types of test. Okay, maybe you can say type of debate, a type of quiz. So many, or maybe a type of project, maybe a type of field trip. So many techniques that you can use. By using that technique with the teaching learning process, you will be conducting the assessment and you will be grading the students. You have to know the mastery, mastery level of the learner. So whether the students are getting mastery over the content or not. So friends, here I am saying two things. First of all, that is formative evaluation is a continuous process. It starts from the very day of the instructional process and it continues till the last day of the the complete instruction, the complete period. Okay, if it is 1 year's program, then this will continue, formative evaluation will continue for throughout 1 year. And if it is a 2 years program, it will continue for throughout 2 years. Then next we have to understand that what is the purpose of conducting this formative evaluation. You see, formative evaluation we conduct to know the mastery of the students, whether they are achieving the mastery of the content or not. Means the content that we teach the students, whether they are getting mastery over that content or not, whether they are able to explain the things or not, whether they are able to differentiate the things or not, whether they are able to do a type of hands-on activities or not. Okay, whether they are able to take leadership or not, whether they are able to organize a program or not. Okay, so these are the certain things by conducting we know the mastery level of the students, whether they have achieved 60% of the content, 70% of the content, 80% of the content. Okay, and by doing the placement, your formative evaluation, you might be getting that a few students are getting, or few candidates are getting very less mark, very less percentage. Okay, a very lower grade. So in case, what you will do? Okay, so that will discuss further But here when we talk about the formative evaluation, it means this is a continuous process. It starts from the very day of the instructional process, and as per the curriculum, as per the courses of studies, as per the content, as per the your academic plan. Okay, so you have to engage your learners in the process of teaching and learning as well as assessment. Okay, so when there will be a process of teaching and learning, at the same time the assessment will follow. So here assessment is not a term and types of treatment, rather this is a continuous treatment. Okay, this is a continuous treatment, means every day in every lesson, in every chapter, there should be certain assessment strategies, and that is, you can say, that is these assessment strategies are integrated, are included with the content, integrated with the content, integrated with the chapter. Okay, and the very purpose or the key word that we use for formative assessment, that is the mastery. Means by conducting the formative assessment, what you will be doing, you have to evaluate the mastery of the students. Mean mastery means a level, you can say 80%, 70%, 60%, A grade, A1 grade, B grade, B1 grade. So whether the learners are getting mastery over the content or not. Okay, so that you have to assess. Then the third, as per the approach of evaluation, the third type of evaluation, that is the diagnostic evaluation. So you see, we can say diagnostic evaluation, it goes parallel with the formative evaluation. So that's why diagnostic evaluation is a during instructional process. Means when there is teaching, there is assessment, and the work of diagnostic evaluation, it starts from the very beginning of the teaching, and it continues till the end of the teaching learning process with formative evaluation. So whenever there is formative evaluation, there will be the diagnostic evaluation. Means with formative evaluation, diagnostic evaluation will go together. So try to understand. As I was telling that the keyword or the very purpose of conducting formative evaluation is to know mastery of the students, of the learners over a content. Okay, so mastery, let in your class 50 students are there. So what you will be doing, you have to find out, you have to know, you have to take, you have to observe their performance, you have to observe their mastery. Let few students or few students in your class you are getting that they are unable to achieve the mastery, that they are scoring very low, that they are managed to get a very, you can say, very lower grade, maybe a D grade, maybe an E grade. Okay, or maybe they are scoring 20%, they are scoring 30%, they are not even getting a pass percentage, a pass grade of a particular content, of a particular you can say subject in a particular examination. So what you will do, so here you see, you have to identify that group of learners, that group of students who are scoring very less, or comparatively whose performance is very less. Then what you will do, you have to find out that what is the cause behind it, why a group of students in your class is getting very less mark, or getting a very lower grade. Okay, so you have to know the causes, you have to know the causes. So what are the causes behind it? So you can do a type of action research, or you can, by involving other subjects those are associated with the students, like parents, like other teachers, like peer students, you can just conduct, you can observe, you can conduct a study. Okay, so what you can do, by conducting the study, you can find out that what are the causes, whether they are studying properly or not, whether they are doing the homework or not, whether they are getting parental guidance or not, whether they are in a group, they are doing they are participating equally with other students or not. Okay, so such type of things, by conducting a diagnostic evaluation test, you can find out the causes. So after getting the causes, then again you have to give the remediation, you have to give the remedial treatment. So in a very simple you can say language, we can say that in nowadays in the class, in different schools, what they're doing, you'll find that they're identifying certain group of students, those are performing very low, okay, getting very low percentage, or getting very less percentage of scores, or getting a very lower grade. So what you are doing, the school is doing, or the school is giving certain extra treatment, certain remedial treatment to them, certain remedial teaching to them, okay, to filling this gap and to making them reach at a level, at a mastery level. Let 50% is the mastery level. So they are raising the students. They are, by giving certain extra treatment, by giving certain extra time, they are raising that group of students to the average, to the average percentage, you can say, or to the mastery. But you see, the very word, or the very concept, or the keyword that we use for diagnostic evaluation, that is, you can say, to solve the learning difficulties. If anybody is having certain learning difficulties by conducting your diagnostic evaluation, then you can find out the causes of these learning difficulties, then accordingly you have to give the remediation. But it goes hand to hand with formative evaluation, and both formative and diagnostic evaluation are the during instructional process. Then friends, the fourth type of evaluation, that is called as the summative evaluation. We should try to understand what is a summative evaluation is. You see, the summative evaluation that we conduct, this is a type of term and examination. This is a type of term and test. Means, you see, the evaluation technique or certain process of evaluation that we conduct after completion of the entire instructional process, after completion of the entire evaluation process. Okay, just like term and examination. After completion of the first term, you are conducting a term and examination. After completion of the entire year, you are conducting a type of annual examination. Okay, and in large scale, we can take the example that different board examination, CBSE takes board examination, different state boards, they also take 10th and 12th board examination. So this example of 10th board examination, 12th board examination, CBSE board examination, okay, even if class annual examination, class semester and examination, university term and examination are the example of summative evaluation. And the main purpose of conducting summative evaluation is, you can say, to certify the learner. So what you will do, let after completion of the B.Ed program, the learners or the trainees, they are supposed to get a certificate. So how do you certify them? So you have to certify them by conducting a type of summative evaluation. Means after completion of the entire test, after completion of the entire process of teaching and learning, you are conducting an annual examination or a term and examination. And you see, this term and examination is something different from the formative evaluation, or the summative evaluation is different from formative evaluation. This is not continuous in nature. Summative evaluation is not continuous in nature. Rather, it conducts once in a year or once in a semester. Okay, to certify the learners. So here, the scope of summative evaluation, scope of learning progress, or the scope of modifying the learners to get feedback and accordingly to improve in learning is very less. Means here the learners will not get any scope to improve themselves. But for conducting formative evaluation or for conducting diagnostic evaluation, you see, the learners are getting enough scope to improve themselves. Okay, so friends, you see, these are the conceptual the concept of these four types of evaluation as per the approaches of evaluation, that is placement, formative, diagnostic and summative. Placement is a placement evaluation that we follow it before instruction. Then formative and diagnostic, we conduct such type of evaluation, that is during instruction. And summative evaluation is the term and examination, is the, you can say, annual examination, and that we conduct after completion of the entire instructional process, after completion of the entire academic session. Okay, and this is to certify the learners. So friend, these are the certain concept of these four types of evaluation. And in our next program, we'll with certain examples in different aspects, we'll differentiate formative evaluation and summative evaluation. As these type of evaluation, these two types of evaluation, formative evaluation and summative evaluation, is highly used in the education system, in the teaching learning process, in our school system. Thank you.